Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Crystal. In this video, I'm going to show you how I repair this $220 clock by making my own mold with hot glue and using wood bondo to repair it. Materials you are going to need is wax paper or parchment paper. You are going to need plenty of glue sticks and a hot glue gun, as well as wood bondo, tape, and a sander and sandpaper. I started by laying down my wax paper or parchment paper where I needed to make my mold, not directly on the broken area, but off to the side where I could kind of get the shape of the frame of the clock.
Then start adding your hot glue to create your mold. I'm going to need a pretty large one because that's a pretty big area that needs to be replaced onto this clock. I'm guessing that it fell on the ground or something like that, and that's why it broke. Maybe it was up on the wall. All right, I'm going to continue on with this. I'm going to make it about this big. And I'm also going to go right here on this side. And along the edge. Well, I actually don't need it along the edge here. So just about this long on the front and on the edge. Okay, so far I've used about, I think I'm on my 7th glue stick. Now 8th. And this is a glitter glue stick. That's why it's red and glittery. I'm just gonna go fill in all my little holes if there is any, make sure. When I use my mold, I don't have anything kind of squeezing out. Make sure it's big enough. So it starts about here. Nope, not big enough. Gotta keep going.
Once the area is completely covered that you want to make your mold with, you need to remove your wax paper or your parchment paper from the hot glue after the hot glue is completely dried. I am going along the area and dry fitting everything and just making sure I have the correct size and it fits in place and everything really well. You're going to want to tape your mold onto the area you are going to be using your wood filler on really well. Make sure it's on there securely so that way when you do add your wood bondo, the mold doesn't pop off. This wood bondo, it sets up really quick. It's about a 15-minute dry window, sometimes a little bit longer depending on how thick you are using it. I'm using it pretty thick here on this piece, so it took a little bit longer. It took more about 30 minutes or so for it to dry completely. It's a 2-part mixture, so you will get your wood bondo material and then your hardener. So I believe the ratio is 17:1. So you only need a small amount of the hardener per the bondo. Make sure it's mixed up really well and then start filling your mold up. It's a really good idea to use disposable gloves and a respirator mask when using this product, as it is very smelly and you really don't want to get this on your hands. Now, this part actually did take me 2 applications to get my mold completely filled and in a good shape where it looked uniform to the rest of the frame of the clock. I recommend to mix this in small batches because of its extremely fast hardening time. It's best to do it that way, or else you're going to have a difficult time trying to work with it as it hardens so quickly. After about 5 minutes of dry time with the wood bondo, it does get a little bit more firmer and a little bit easier to mold. So at that point is when I kind of try and flatten everything out and smooth it out. That way I don't have as much sanding to do. Once it's dry, you can peel off your hot glue mold. Next, you will need to sand everything down, and that's one thing I love about the wood bondo. It's super easy to sand. I'm using just my hand right now to kind of show you, but I do go in here in a minute and use my orbital sander because it's so much quicker and it's so much faster. And I'm just using an 80 grit sandpaper. I came in with some custom mix stain to kind of blend the wood bondo a little bit. It's not an exact match to the original frame, but it did help. And then I took some white paint and I dry brushed the entire frame of the clock. So that way everything blended, it was all cohesive. Can't even notice that there was a repair made. I'm super happy to have been able to save this clock. Let me know down in the comments if you found this video helpful. Let me know if maybe you have tried this before and what were your experiences with it. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Back side of the clock, and that's where the repair was made, right there.
I hope you all have a great day and please remember to like and subscribe. Bye.